Hey guys, today's video is a tutorial on how you can get Gorilla Tag mods on your Oculus Quest 2. If you have any questions about the tutorial, please feel free to DM me on Discord, which is linked in the description of the video. I'm gonna keep it very short, so let's get into it. You will need a PC, laptop, or phone for this. I'm going to talk about each one separately. For PC, Google Oculus software and click the first link. That'll open up this exe file. Double click that. It's going to ask you a couple questions and start the Oculus download. Once it's done downloading, it'll bring you to this page. You should note that the Oculus download can take a couple of hours depending on your internet speed. Once you're here, go to settings, go to general, and make sure you have unknown sources turned on. I already have it turned on. Once you're there, go to Gorilla Tag and make sure that you have it downloaded. I already have it downloaded, but if you don't, go ahead and do that. You need to download the Oculus software because the Oculus software is what you're going to use to manage your games, and it's also what you're going to use to connect your PC to your Oculus. And there are a few ways you're going to do this, and I'm going to talk about them both right now. You have two options on how you can connect the Oculus to the software. One is called AirLink. This will pop up in your settings when you try to connect, and I'll talk more about it later. And the other one is a USB to a USB-C cord, which will plug into your Oculus and your PC. For the next 30 seconds, I'm going to talk about how to set up Oculus software using the cord. If you're going to use AirLink, go ahead and skip this part. If you're going to use a cord, plug the cord into your PC and then your Oculus. When you turn your Oculus on, you'll be prompted with two screens. The first screen should be immediate, and it'll ask you if you'd like to allow your computer to access all files and data. Go ahead and say yes to that. The second screen can be found in your settings, and it looks like this. It'll ask you if you'd like to connect to the Rift. When you're ready, go ahead and do that. When you are ready and you do click that, it'll bring you to a virtual desktop. But before we talk about any of that, it's important that you do this. Click the link in the description of this video, which will take you to this page. Download this link, and I already have it downloaded, but if you don't, you need to download it. I'm going to open it. It may say that you need to locate Gorilla Tag. That's okay if it does say that. You just need to double click on Gorilla Tag when it brings you to this page. If it doesn't bring you to that page, it's also totally fine. You just need to go to the Oculus software, which you downloaded earlier, go to Gorilla Tag, and then look for the location of the Gorilla Tag download. Once you're there, copy it and paste it into the location of the file. If it doesn't work, you may have done something wrong. I don't know what that thing would be, but I've heard a lot of people saying that this happened to them. I would recommend that if that doesn't work, you go to another tutorial or DM me on Discord, which is linked in the description of the video. Although if you've done everything right, it should work, and if it does work, it'll bring you to this page, which is called Monkey Mod Manager. This screen may look kind of complicated, but I'm going to explain everything and what it means. So you have plugins and utilities. Utilities aren't terribly important except for the BepNeX folder. When you double click it, it'll bring you to here, and then when you double click plugins, this is where you'll put all the mods that you want to download. But that's a whole nother video. Alternatively, you have plugins. Plugins are what your mods run on. As a suggestion, I use BepInject, Computer Interface, and Utila. The plugins you use can depend on the mods you want and isn't terribly important right now. It'll be explained better in another video. But if you downloaded Monkey Mod Manager and it all went smoothly and you've downloaded the Oculus software and you've been able to link your Oculus software to your Oculus, it's now time for you to go into Gorilla Tag and see if the mods worked. You can see if the mods worked by checking if you have a different computer than you're used to, or if you have platforms or any other mods that you might have selected in the plugins folder. In the beginning of the video, I said that you needed a computer, a laptop, or a phone for this, and I'm now going to explain what I meant by that. The tutorial that I just gave you was for PCs and laptops, and when I say laptops, I mean gaming laptops. Chromebooks and MacBooks do not work for this. For the phones, you do need an Android smartphone. I do not have an Android smartphone. I have an Apple phone, and Apple phones don't work. So I'm not going to make a tutorial on the smartphones because I don't have a smartphone that works for this, so I wouldn't really be able to tell you how to do it. So I hope that clarified what you needed to do this. You either need an actual gaming computer or a gaming laptop, which can be a little bit pricey. Usually this tutorial works. If it didn't work, I'm sorry, but if it did, maybe leave a like or subscribe. I'm going to be posting more tutorials that go a little bit more in depth about each step, and if you want to see those, maybe subscribe to look out for them.